Hi guys, this is Ceara and this is Reading Arsenal. Today I'll be bringing you my March wrap-up. These are all the books that I read in March. The first book that I read in March was a reread for me. It is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I first read this in 2009 and I've read this this is my third time reading this. Basically, if you do not know what the City of Bones is about, it's about Clare Frey, who's 15 years old, and she lives in Brooklyn, and one night she goes to an all-ages club, and she witnesses something terrible happen that no one else can see, and she gets involved in the world of shadow hunters who are tasked with protecting the world from demons and other nasty creatures. I'm keeping this book for me as a 4-star. It hasn't changed or shifted since the first time I read it. It has a great nostalgia factor, which added to my liking of it. When I was reading, it felt like a movie inside my head, and the lush fantasy is really what makes this series, and it gets better as it goes on, which is true because I also finished City of Ashes, the second book in the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare, in this month, and I also gave that 4 stars. Yeah, if you like urban fantasy and you like sort of a different take on than just vampires and solely just one supernatural element, there's a whole bunch of different supernatural elements in these books. The next book that I read in March is Illuminae by Amie, Kaufman, and Kristoff. This is the first book in the Illuminae Files series, and I did sort of a little kind of what I liked about it review sort of thing on Goodreads. I'll put a link to my Goodreads in the description below. I gave this 5 stars. It's a very unique reading experience. It's set in the distant future, so it's sci-fi, and it's told in documents, instant messages, emails, transcripts of audios and video files, that sort of thing. And basically the premise of Illuminae is the planet Carenza has been attacked, and the remaining survivors are herded onto ships Hypatia, Alexander, Copernicus, and another one that I can't remember the name of, but it doesn't really matter. And we follow former couple Katie and Ezra as they survive on separate ships as Carenza's attackers are closing in, and it's very cool and unique, very good. I really enjoyed it thoroughly. It was you're kind of dropped into this world, so you kind of have to sort of go slow with it, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it if you enjoy sci-fi and if you want a different sort of reading experience than your traditional prose sort of thing. And I also got to pick up this month Gemina, the second book in the Illuminae Files series by Amie, Kaufman, and Kristoff. This one I also gave 5 stars. I also have like a mini review thing on Goodreads. Yeah, this was really good as well. I found it a little darker than Illuminae, if that is at all possible. That's all I'm really gonna say without giving too much away. The last book I'm going to mention that I read this month and I didn't finish. I actually DNF'd this book. I did not finish this book this month, and I'm kind of really, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about DNFing it, so, and that was Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre. Yeah, I DNF'd this at about 260 pages. It wasn't my it wasn't my favorite thing. I enjoyed some aspects, but there was just a lot of words, like a lot of description. It just wasn't for me, and the plot wasn't moving fast enough for me, and it was just very, I don't know, it felt like slow going, and it was like trudging through stuff, and it wasn't for me. I may pick this up in the future. It's just, yeah, I might unhaul this copy of it, even though it's really beautiful, but I don't think I'm interested in gothic romance. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, so it's going in the unhaul pile. Yeah. So, those are all the books that I read, and the one book that I DNF'd in March. I hope you enjoyed this video and gave you a little insight on some books you might want to pick up in the future, and what I read this month. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
I'm wasted, my heart grows heavy.